are here with Mr. Satoru, which is
Okay.
one of our most important
Hello,
partner.
this is Satoru.
Hello, Satoru. So Mr. Satoru is one of the most important partner we have, especially for the Japanese market. Since more than 2 years, he's been working very hard in developing and sharing CMDBuild and CMDBuild ready to use in Japan. He's basically the person who introduced first the tool into Japan. Today, Mr. Satoru is going to talk to us about the development that he did on the CMDB with use, specifically on the OpenPI, the Open Programmable Infrastructure environment that he developed. Would really like to thank you again, Mr. Satoru. It's been the second time that he's participating to the CMDB Day, and I'll just give you the floor and let you present your slides. Thank you again.
Okay. At the first, let me to introduce ourselves. We are the company of OSS Laboratories in Japan. So we are the open source professional to specialize to enterprise infrastructures. So our market is mainly data centers, carriers, and service providers who operates over 1,000 and 10,000 servers. So we are focused on this specialized market. Our strength is deep experience and knowledge about large-scale infrastructure management. And also, we have cutting-edge technologies about large-scale system management, such as OpenStack and Kubernetes. And also, we are developing SRA called System Reliability and IT-enabled support. And then we are developing open system framework called OpenPI, Open Programmable Infrastructure Environment. So, can we go to the next slide?
Go ahead. Go straight ahead.
Hello? Can we hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you very well. You can go on.
Okay. A little bit explanation about our background. So since our company is developing various system management tools on open source since 10 years ago, and found there is a lot of independent tools like this chart, monitoring and service dedicating system, and configuration automation, or command operation, or controls, blah blah blah. There are all tools available on the market as open source, but they work independently and not cooperation with each side. So it's a problem for management side. Then we decided to develop our framework like this chart, Open Programmable Infrastructure Environment, OpenPI. So we are developing API gateway tools, make all of these tools together via API. So, and CMDBuild is a core repository of all of these two works. So OpenPy works communicate with each component via APIs, and it must be a rule coupling, independent and able to scale out and be pluggable. But CMD is a core of all components, so it should be a single repository of all tools. So we choose CMD as a core repository. Why? As it's of course open source and multilingual, and which has pre-configured workflow and document repository on Alfresco, and all functions can be programmable via APIs, which is REST API and Java API. So we have developed our Japanese market since 3 years ago. So we have various customers in Japan now. One of our customers, which is one of data center, large data center in Japan, they have private hosting service with 10,000 configuration items, and they would like to automate inventory collection and configuration management. And we also need to integrate with the monitoring. About the monitoring system is Zabbix is very popular in Japan, and also Open Audit for inventory collection and management system is popular in Japan. So we use Zabbix and Open Audit to connect to the build. And this system already in production and running now. Basically, since 1 year or 2 years, Japanese large scale operators like as a data center and tech carrier is more on demand to automate operations such as Puppet or Chef or to make reduce costs and misconfiguration of their system. So they would like to have a core repository for configuration to use as a CMDBuild. One of our customer, a carrier KDDI in Japan, they have a lot of system internal, and one of their internal infrastructure for their hosting service to their customer, over 10,000 configuration items they have. Also, they need to consolidate fragmented information of their assets. They already have many systems to manage their assets, but its data was very fragmented and could not view in one site. So they need to have one view of all fragmented information. So they decide to use CMDBuild. And also need to have up-to-date information about asset status and related contracts, such as maintenance contracts and license contracts. So they use repository for maintenance and license contracts, and also for besides of asset configuration. Also, they use Open Audit for inventory management, CMDB ready to use. Other our customer, also it is a large telco carrier in Japan. Big, they have a lot of system for their infrastructure to the customer service, providing mobile communications and fixed line communications. And also, they have a lot of R&D and testing and quality assurance system in their internal system. So it is spread over many sites in Japan and over 10,000 configuration items. So they need to build all these fragmented information to one view. So they decide to use CMDBuild and ready to use and Open Audit inventory collectors. And they have developed their internally for their own front end web page and backend connector using CMDBuild API, REST API, and it may be going to production now. Also, other carrier, telco carrier, uses managing internal business operation for their service over 40,000 virtual machines spread over multi-site Japan. They use VMware and OpenStack, and they will integrate all of their systems into the CMDBuild ready to use. And we and OSS and Tecnoteca is developing new connectors for them to connect new vCenter APIs and the VMware vSAN, also VMware NSX, Stack, Nova, and Neutron APIs. And also, they will develop their own web user interface using CMDB APIs. So, all of our customers like CMDB for because of these very flexible data model and APIs.
Okay, well, it
Are
was
there any
very,
questions?
very interesting. It was extremely interesting to know that our tools are much appreciated on the other side of the world, and that you are able to spread it like this. It's very interesting. It's very well. It really shows the open source philosophy that is behind our tool. So we really, really appreciate your work, Mr. Satoru, and really we would like to thank you very
Okay.
much once again.
I also appreciate your team to help us and support us always. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I thank you very much again, Mr. Satoru.